All right, what is going on, guys? Back today with another video. This one's gonna be a bit of a quick one because I am headed out of town. By the time you guys are seeing this, I'm probably already out of town, but I did want to cover the upgrade to the P-51, the Handlworks BAC855. If you guys have been following me for a while now, you guys know that one, P-51, amazing bike out of the box. It is awesome. It is a tank. It is so fun to ride. The suspension is amazing. And number two, Handlworks and I, we work together. They helped me upgrade my Super73 RX. Little side shout out to Powerful Lithium as well for helping me out with that as well, because I needed to get a new battery when I did that. My stock battery was just on its last leg. So when I upgraded the controller, Powerful Lithium came through, fixed my battery issues, and upgraded it as well. And now I'm doing the same thing with P-51. As of recording this video, they should be releasing their controller just like they did with the Super in just a few days. I'm planning this video to go up on a Saturday, the Saturday before it comes out, and I think it comes out on a Monday. So today I'm gonna be sharing with you guys my thoughts, how the bike is now with the upgraded controller, and it's what I like about it. Now before I do that, if you do want to get this controller upgrade, or maybe you've been waiting for this upgrade for your Super73, or you have a P-51 and you want to get it as well, but you also want to save some bucks, a couple of bucks, you know, go ahead and use my discount code. I'll put it on the screen right here. Enter that code at checkout, or hold on to it for when you do pull the trigger on this controller. Save some money at checkout and have some fun with your upgrades. Now let's get into my thoughts. All right, so let's start with the installation process. As if you just got the controller, what will you expect? So you're obviously gonna get everything you need: the display, the controller component, and maybe a couple of extra cables so that way it can connect to your bike and your motor and all that jazz, right? I actually found this installation process to be a lot easier than the process it took for the Super73. Probably because the frame of the P-51 is a little bit bigger and wider than the tubular frame of the Super73. So with the more space, it was a lot easier to pull the wires through and whatnot. Still a little bit of a hassle, but I did find it to be a lot easier than it took for the Super73. Oh, and for the record, my bike right now, I forgot the charger before I left the house for the video. I'm sitting at about 42 volts, so it's not performing as optimally as it would if it was fully charged, so just bear with me on that. But once you get the bike once you get the controller installed, how does the bike ride? How does it feel? What the hell is that guy doing? Short answer, the bike rides great. You definitely feel more torque, more top speed, more power as a whole, just like you would feel when you would do the same upgrade to your Super73. That's like the biggest pro. You get a higher top speed. Like I'm only in mode 2 and I'm going about 30 miles an hour, no problem. I'm trying to save battery, but you know what, let's just kick it up a bit. Let's go through this neighborhood just full throttle, why not? So yeah, as soon as you plug this thing in and you start riding, you feel the power. And even though you get more power, higher top speed, this bike still rides just as comfortably, as if, you know, you gave it like a little shot of steroids or something. Like this bike is just a whole different beast at that point. Like I said, battery is kind of low, so I'm still at 32 miles an hour, but just full battery, this thing is amazing. The pickup off the line is awesome. The torque, the build up to your top speed is great. When I was on the group ride, I was like passing a lot of people on Surons while they were doing wheelies and stuff. So this just shows you how powerful this bike can get with this upgrade. It's just so fun. Now the downside with the extra power, which I'm kind of feeling it right now, I think, is the battery drains a lot quicker. So when I took this out for group rides, it was like a 2-day group ride in DC. The first day, I kind of went ham, if you will. I went all out riding, and so my battery died a couple of miles before I got back to my car. I was too excited to ride with the new controller and this new upgrade and everything, so I didn't really consider the fact that the battery would die a lot faster. I mean, that's to be expected. You're pulling more power from the battery to push the motor even harder, so your battery's gonna die. So that was not even like a flaw or anything like that. That's just bound to happen, right? But day 2, I was cruising, I was chilling in mode 2 almost all day, right? And it held up just fine. However, whenever we did stop for like lunch or to hang out for a bit or anything like that, I did beeline it to a charger just to make sure that I didn't run out of battery again. I haven't really figured out the real world range with this new controller update. I think for those group rides each day we did maybe 20 miles, 20 to 30 miles, and I'll say this, if I didn't stop to charge anywhere, the battery would have died both days for sure. But that's not the controller, that's like bound to happen. So expect that when you're riding if you get this upgrade. Now, a few differences that I've noticed from this to the Super 73 upgrade, because like I said, I have that same upgrade on my Super 73. The display has like haptic feedback to it. Like I'm pressing the buttons and I feel like a little buzz to it, which, you know, feels kind of nice. I'm not used to that because my RX doesn't have that upgrade, but bro, you have a green light. You can go. Yeah, I don't know what that was, but okay. But yeah, just a nice little touch. Another thing that I like about this controller setup, specifically for the P-51, is that it already comes with the lighting module already installed. If you guys remember, for the RX, the first edition or the first version of the controller, however you want to word it, didn't have lighting. So for a while, you'd have to like either do external lighting or just say fuck it and ride with no lighting, no brake lights, no headlights, no horn at all. But this one, as soon as you plug it into your P-51, the lighting works. Granted, you have to turn it on for the brake light and the headlight to work. You have to turn on the plus button and everything like that. So right now I have it turned off even though the bike is on. But you flip that lighting switch on and it works. No problem. You don't have to wait for version 2 to get the lighting module or anything like that. It just works right out of the box, which I think is really dope and very convenient. Now, the only thing I wish Handlworks did, which not a deal breaker, not a game changer by any means, you know, is this is just more of a personal thing. I've gotten so used to the display, the stock display on the P-51 to be vertical, like this up here. So I was kind of hoping, but I didn't expect it. Like I wasn't, you know, gonna not put it on the bike. I was kind of hoping this would be, you know, the other way, the other orientation, vertical on the bike. So that way it kind of resembles a P-51. Again, that's not a deal breaker. I'm just being a little nitpicky. I do think that would be cool as well. But another thing, which I'm sure will change in the future, because the Super 73s have this on the Handlworks controller because they've been out a lot longer and there's more upgrades out, versus the P-51 is still relatively new. There's really only a 48 volt firmware for this bike. If I were to upgrade to, let's say, 52 volts or maybe a dual battery, I don't think there's a firmware update for that on the controller. But like I said, not many people have upgraded this bike to anything larger than the stock battery. And if they do, I think only 1 or 2 people have done it, and they've gone aftermarket. Like they do it with powerful lithium, and so they don't really use Handlworks controllers. But if you're like me, you kind of do it yourself kind of guy, and you still want to rock this, and you end up getting a dual battery, that's not even out yet. Like a firmware for anything above a 48 volt setup, that's not out yet. I'm sure it will be in the future as more and more upgrades and parts and everything come out for this bike. But at the moment, if you're looking to do an overhaul on your P-51 and this controller is on your list of upgrades to get while you're doing it, you might be out of luck for a little bit. But either way, if you're still running stock P-51, stock battery, stock motor, all that jazz, you should be good to go. Speaking of stock motor, I do want to say this in the video, and they're going to say it on the website. I'm pretty sure when you place an order for this bike or for this controller, if you have a Bafang motor on your P-51, like if it's older than a year, let's say, because my bike, before I upgraded the motor, it was about a year old, or at least it's been a year since I got it. If you have a Bafang motor, this controller will not work. I'm not telling you to reach out to P-51 and they'll give you a Hentac motor. I don't even know if they'll be able to do that. I don't know if they have just spare motors in stock just to give out to anyone who gets the upgrade. I'm not saying that. You're more than welcome to try. You never know, right? Customer support has been amazing at P-51, and I'm not just saying that because I'm an influencer for them. It's just they're dope guys. They're willing to help out their riders, like for anything, I've noticed. So that's awesome. A motor is a big ask for them, I feel like. Just in general, a motor is a big ask. So don't, bombard their DMs asking for a Hentac motor if you have a Bafang motor or anything like that, because I can't promise you they're going to be able to do supply demand for that, right? So just a big heads up, if you have a Bafang motor, it's not going to work. If you have a Hentac motor, you're good. But other than that, this bike holds up really well. Both group ride days, other than the battery dying, I'll just turn around here. Both group ride days, other than the battery dying, this bike with the upgrades held up great. Going up hills feels awesome. Like I don't feel like I'm slowing down on hills at all. At least not until like the battery is dead. Like right now I'm at 39 volts. So let me go ahead and get home real quick. But like I said, short video. I got a lot of things I'm working on. I just got the biggest part to my next project. I'm building a bike. I don't want to say what it is yet. I'm going to reveal it at the Tapia ribbon cutting new store opening ceremony this weekend. So make sure you guys follow me on Instagram if you guys want to see what the new bike is, because I'll be reposting it, or I'll be sharing it on Instagram before anywhere else. And if you're going to the event, you're going to see it first before Instagram, so that'll be fun. But if you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. I got to use the bathroom. But yeah, like I said, if you guys want to check this out, discount code and link to Handlworks will be in the description down below. Drop a like on the video, subscribe, so that way you guys can see the new project. And I'll see you guys in the next one. I think you can kind of see a little bit of a hint at it. Those are the old batteries right there. I'm going to upgrade the batteries, of course. Peace. What an awkward way to end the video. I gotta get better at that. I'm sorry, guys. I'll do better next time.